Hi, and welcome back to Tigert Racing. My name is Dan Tigert, and this week I would like to walk you through what can be a typical day in the life of a professional triathlete in Oklahoma. We are going to kick it off with the 6 a.m. master swim class that I teach. Now, these guys have been going since early December in building their preseason swim base.
That's right, folks. It's Lance Schmidt, south of the river.
These master swims have been a melting pot for new and long-standing triathletes to come together and work on swim form and early season strength in the water. Watching these dedicated athletes put in their hard work is a very inspirational way for me to start my own day of training. Now that everyone's wide awake, it's time for my favorite time of day, breakfast. Second breakfast, to be exact. Good workout this morning?
It was a great workout. And the best part was I got to come home and have breakfast made for me while I was in the shower.
This is followed very shortly by my least favorite part of winter training, getting dressed for it. Most of my early season training consists of long, sustainably paced workouts, but today is a little bit different.
Okay, so we're about to complete a 2-mile time trial run. This is a great way to sort of test out the baseline speed I have at this point in the season, and it's also an easy test to carry on throughout the season to really gauge where your fitness is.
After plenty of warm-up, I will complete the 2-mile test on a relatively flat and repeatable course.
Well, that went well. It was solidly under 11 minutes for this time of year and for the temperature it is outside. I'd say I'm pretty pleased with that. Unfortunately, being as cold as it is outside in the low 30s, having a little bit of knee pain, so I'm going to have to watch that later on through the day.
After the run, I go to have lunch with my first and biggest fan.
This is Daniel's old mother on her birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
I'm still around. What is it like being your mother?
Yes.
Exhilarating and frustrating.
So on your birthday, give us some wisdom from your
Give us some wisdom.
Yeah, give me some wisdom.
Give you some wisdom. Just be who you are and do your best. Stay focused. Stay focused on whatever you are. Wherever you are, be there. Stay focused.
Reflecting on my mother's wise words, I stopped by CrossFit Redman, who has taken charge of my strength and conditioning this year, and where my friend Aaron Heifel is knocking out the workout of the day. CrossFit is a sport that places emphasis on high-intensity workouts for durations of 15 to 30 minutes. At CrossFit Redman, I've put on a lot of functional mass to take into this year's half-iron season.
So here is Asher and I, and we're hanging out at CrossFit Redman. We're going to watch Aaron Heifel take care of it today. I had a little bit of a knee tweak earlier, so it's definitely not the day to do any kind of heavy lifting. Asher's going to stretch me out and help me get limber again. Right, Asher? Yeah. Show us some dance moves.
I spend the time bringing flexibility and blood flow back to my knee. Backing off of training is a hard choice to make, but in this case the right one. Then it's off to lay in the lap of luxury that is professional athletics. After I make a dent in the mountain of laundry that this sport produces, and yes, another meal, I head to the local YMCA where I run into another friend, Reed Foster.
just finishing up some 100 freestyle intervals that were really working the muscular endurance side of swimming. Good news is it really loosened up the knee from this morning, and we'll be back here in just a few hours to work with American Energy Swimming.
Well, I hope that was fun for everybody. Thanks again for following Dan Tigert Racing and this week's installment. Stay tuned for next week's. And I'd like to say also thank you to all the donors who have already made a contribution to this push towards the 2015 World Championships and to the Go Mitch Go Foundation. We will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.